Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So I am back this week with another recap of Bachelor in Paradise. Ashley is causing all sorts of drama. I swear if that girl cries one more time, she is going to flood Mexico. Please someone bring her some tissues. All right guys, let's get started. This episode starts off with Jared and Ashley. As you guys can imagine, Ashley is bawling her eyes out. She cannot grasp that Jared does not want her. She asked Jared if he was completely sure that he didn't want to be with her ever again. Girl, you sound so desperate. Please, move on. Find someone else. You are not an ugly girl. I guarantee you can find 3 other guys if you wanted to right now. Jared is not for you. Nope, not at all. Carly all of the sudden likes Evan? What? Carly apologizes to Evan and feels just guilty for the way that she has been treating him this far along, and they start making out. I don't want to be so mean, you guys. I feel like I'm always picking on Evan here. I just cannot grasp my head around anyone on that show with Evan. I feel bad saying that, but I don't know what it is about Evan. Do you guys feel me? Do you guys feel the same way about Evan as I do? The question of the night is, who is Daniel going to give his rose to? Because he's got a few options of girls that are really desperate for that rose. We've got Sarah, who brings him a half of a cake for his half birthday. Pretty cute and clever of her. We've got the twins. As you guys know, one of the twins has to get a rose for both of them to stay on, which I do not think is fair. I think it was Haley, to be honest. Like, I don't know the difference between the two. Pretty sure it was Haley. Haley goes up to Daniel and kisses Daniel. Had they ever really had a connection? And then there's Ashley, who really doesn't care about anyone else but Jared. She's talking to Daniel, and you would think that she would be like, hey, let's get something going on. I'm really interested in you. We had a date. But instead, she's crying over Jared. Listen, girl, if you want to save your spot on that show, you're doing it all wrong here. Daniel's advice to Ashley was to slut it up. I highly doubt she's going to do that this season. Now it is time for the rose ceremony, and Grant chooses Lace, Josh chooses Amanda, Nick chooses Jennifer, Vinny chooses Izzy, Evan chooses Carly, Jared chooses Kayla, and Daniel chooses Haley. So the girls remaining are obviously Sarah and Ashley, and they are both leaving in tears. Obviously, we know why Ashley is still crying, but Sarah, I didn't think Sarah was gonna go home. I thought Sarah and Daniel were almost a thing here. But guess what? We get a little bit of a surprise because Ashley decides that she can't go home. She comes back to Paradise and convinces the group to let her stay. And crazy enough, they let her stay. Jared, I think, was being nice and said, yeah, stay. You know, you deserve to meet someone too. Jared, you gotta run. You should know better. It is now time to introduce some new people to Paradise, and down the stairs comes Carl from Andy's season. Camera goes to Ashley, and she basically says, well, it's not Jared. Emily thinks that Carl is so attractive, and lucky enough for her, Carl actually asked her to go on his one-on-one date. We then get someone else coming to Paradise, and it is Brett from Andy's season. Ashley says she's maybe interested in him. Izzy, who, as we know, is attached to Vinny, finds him extremely attractive. That's a no-no. So as we all know, when someone new comes into Paradise, they want to meet everyone that's there. Brett asks to talk to Kayla, gets a really good vibe from Kayla. Right after that, Brett then talks to Ashley. Well, I'm sure you guys can guess, Ashley is completely encouraging Brett to ask Kayla on the date. Well, yeah, because Ashley wants to swoop on in and kidnap Jared. Brett ends up asking Kayla to go on his one-on-one date. Now, this one-on-one date, I don't think I mentioned this, is a little bit different. The 2 guys that came in just now are taking 2 girls on a date together. So it's going to be another double date, something that Bachelor in Paradise doesn't typically do. So he asked Kayla, and Kayla originally says yes, and probably because she's annoyed that Ashley is still there. She knows deep down Ashley wants to sabotage whatever she has with Jared, and she probably doesn't want to deal with it. I wouldn't want to deal with it either. A crazy ex-girlfriend is a big red flag. Kayla does respectfully go to Jared though first and lets him know that she is going on this date with Brett. She wants to know how Jared is feeling about her going on another date with another guy. Of course, he says that he doesn't want her to go, but he understands that she wants to go and he respects her decision. I'm sure Kayla was feeling a little bit guilty, so she said, you know what, never mind. I would rather stay in paradise with you. I'm gonna go tell Brett no. Okay, cool, you changed your mind. Then, all of a sudden, she says, no, I think I'm gonna go. Then she says, no, never mind, I'm not gonna go. I wanna stay here. I wanna stay here. And then, no, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go. Then, no, I wanna stay here with you. I'm gonna stay here with you. Then, no, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go on this date. Kayla, make up your damn mind. Seriously. She probably changed her mind, no joke, 5 times at this point. She left Jared saying, I'm gonna go on this date. Jared feels like this is bad karma because he's let down so many girls. And what is he gonna say? Like, the girl wants to go, so let her go. The double date is basically on a booze cruise, which was perfect for Carl and Emily because they were hitting it off, they were getting drunk, they were dancing, they were having so much fun together. And then there was Kayla and Brett who totally were not vibing. She just was not into that sort of thing, and it was very, very obvious. That was a total flop for that date. Brett can totally feel Kayla's weird vibes and he's ready to go back and move on. Kayla's telling us in an interview that she made a huge mistake and she can't wait to get back to Jared. Well, Jared is of course talking to Ashley because Ashley is bound and determined to change his mind. Unless you chop off Kayla's head and put it on yours, you have no hope at this point. He is done with you. So when the date's over, they come back and Kayla immediately goes to Jared and Ashley's just like crossing her fingers that Kayla's gonna say like, hey, I'm so interested in Brett, nice knowing you, see you later. But as we know, Kayla's feelings are even stronger for Jared than when she left because she had that terrible date. Jared is of course so excited that Kayla has come back and let him know the good news. Ashley is spying on their whole entire conversation and she sees them making out and she's thinking to herself, what in the what went wrong here? She says it's her worst nightmare and she just needs to continue and remind herself that Jared is just not interested in her anymore. Brett comes back and is obviously looking for a new connection here since it was a complete disaster with Kayla. Brett goes to Haley and starts talking to Haley about Daniel. They both agree that Daniel is just a little bit wacky. And then it's time for someone else to come and join Paradise, and it is Ryan from Caitlin's season. Jared immediately goes up to him because they know each other from her season, and he's trying to convince Ryan to take out Ashley. Now, everyone knows Ashley's obsession with Jared, but it's worth a shot, right? Ryan does pull Ashley aside and Ashley proceeds to tell Ryan how Jared is the entire package. Oh my gosh, I am so sick of hearing about Jared. Ryan ends up asking Haley on the date because yeah, he's getting that crazy vibe from Ashley. He wants nothing to do with that girl. Haley says yes. Haley's excited because she said Daniel's been following her around and she's completely weirded out by him. Haley and Ryan end up going horseback riding on their date. Grant says that he wants to surprise Lace with a date, and so he decides to set something up himself and he sets up a couples massage. Grant, you know what you're doing here. I don't know one girl that wouldn't enjoy a couples massage date. After the massage, they go into a jacuzzi where Grant just pours out his feelings to Lace. Like, I love you. I'm so excited that we met here. I really feel good about this. And she's just sitting there, and you could tell Lace is extremely nervous because she keeps laughing and she can't say it back. Izzy admits to us on camera that she is having some doubts about Vinny. Ugh, this isn't gonna go over well. She then goes to Brett and tells Brett that basically he came walking down the stairs and she just felt something instantly for him. What? How do you know that this guy wants anything to do with you? You're just gonna pour your heart out to some random guy after you have like a full-on relationship with someone else? During her conversation with Brett, she decides that she needs to tell Vinny immediately, and she pulls Vinny aside. Vinny has no idea what's going on. That's the last thing he suspects as he sees her talking to him. And she says that she has her doubts and she doesn't feel like she really is into him 100%. And that the moment Brett walked down the stairs, that her stomach started turning. I don't know what's worse. Being totally honest with him, which is such an insult and such a dig. Vinny isn't an ugly guy, and you're basically saying that you're over Vinny immediately because you are more attracted to this guy because of his looks. How shallow does that sound? Vinny is totally blindsided. He is completely hurt. He thinks, I've invested this entire time with you, getting to know you, thinking about an engagement to you, and you're ready to just dump it all because you saw some hot guy walking down the stairs? Vinny can't just move forward from that. He needs some closure here. So he goes and pulls Izzy aside and wants to get to the bottom of this. So now we are at night 2. We are back to the Vinny and Izzy drama. Vinny is about to lose his mind here. They're both crying. Izzy is basically saying that she felt this way pre-Brett. She wishes that she was open and honest with Vinny before him. It just so happens that it's all coming out now. Listen, we know you are a little bit shallow, and that is why you are just letting go of Vinny like that. Vinny decides to leave. I feel you. This girl did blindside you. So we have someone else coming down the stairs, but it isn't just another person for paradise. It is Jade and Tanner. As you guys may know, they were on last season of Bachelor in Paradise and actually got married. They come to visit all the couples just to show proof that this thing does actually work. They come in with a date card, and their goal is to find the couple that is the most in love, or one that they feel is really deserving of this date, because they are going to recreate the date that they had where they fell in love. They meet Grant and Lace, and they immediately feel that Grant is way more into Lace than Lace is into Grant. They meet Amanda and Josh, and they question Josh's motives. But they do have a very good feeling about Jared and Kayla. They meet Ashley, and they already know how Ashley feels about Jared, and Ashley thinks that she is going to do some good by going to Tanner and Jade and telling them that Kayla really isn't that interested in him, so that they do not give that date card to them. But as you guys already know, Ashley is completely unsuccessful this entire time on Paradise because they gave the date card to Jared and Kayla. Nick and Jen seem to be at a little bit of a tough spot. Jen can notice that Nick puts up these walls, and she feels like every single time she kind of backs off, Nick is so much more loving, more pursuing, and then every single time she's all in, Nick pulls back. Isn't that how it always kind of goes in the beginning? So Kayla and Jared go on their one-on-one date, and Kayla brings up the fact that she feels that Ashley is really causing some issues within their relationship, and how she feels like they can't progress because of the drama that she's starting. Kayla feels like she has to walk on eggshells around Ashley because she doesn't want to throw it in Ashley's face, yet Ashley is always around. Jared completely agrees to that, and they just promise each other that they're going to change things and they are not going to worry about Ashley anymore. Back in Paradise, we see Ashley complaining, crying, having a complete heart attack because nothing's working in her favor. Carly says the only thing that's missing with Evan is that Evan has no swag. It just so happens Evan gets a one-on-one date card. Who does he give it to? Duh. Giving it to Carly. They get the strangest dates. Look at Kayla and Jared just had a beautiful date, having dinner, making out in the water. Ryan and Haley get to go horseback riding. And then Evan and Carly are in a small hut where they are sweating profusely. Evan pours his heart out to Carly. Obviously, we know Evan is head over heels for this chick. Carly feels like she just has this crazy change of heart that she is now falling for Evan more and more each day. They all of a sudden start making out. Back in Paradise, Ashley is telling Jared that Kayla is not as interested in him, that she is basically a robot. We get it. You're trying to throw Kayla under the bus so that you get Jared in the end. You will say whatever you can about Kayla to make her look bad because you want that guy so damn bad. Jared immediately goes to Kayla because he said that he always expects honesty in a relationship and he just wants to be upfront with her, that Ashley is basically talking shit about her. He says it in a nice way though. He says that Ashley is concerned, or that people are concerned. Okay, let's just cut the bullshit here. Ashley's talking shit. Kayla's gonna get pissed and Kayla needs to confront Ashley. She goes down to meet Ashley at the beach and she says, listen, we are trying to be really nice here. We're trying to respect you and not shove it in your face. Why did you come here to just sabotage what we have? Why are you not here looking for someone else? That's what I've been asking all along. Ashley, you're gonna end up with that reptile that we have been seeing this entire season. Girl, get over it. And that's where we end. Of course, they're gonna make us wait 1 week to just see the drama unfold. If I were Kayla, oh my gosh, I'd want to throw her in the ocean. I'd want to drive her to the damn airport and I would go off on that girl. So I'm so curious to know what you guys think. Do you guys think Ashley is as crazy as she looks on TV? What do you guys think about Evan and Carly? And what do you guys think about poor Vinny? We gotta find a good girl for Vinny. He was just screwed over. And anyone else think that Izzy has some awful karma coming her way? Let me know down below. You guys know I love to chat and gossip with you guys. If you guys are my subscribers, thank you guys so much for watching this. And if you guys aren't and this is your first time tuning in, I post videos every single Thursday. So I will see you guys all next week. Bye.